Welcome to the Future AI Sun channel. Today, we'll explore how artificial intelligence is transforming the healthcare industry, helping professionals create more effective content. Whether you're a healthcare provider, life coach, or mental health expert, AI tools like Syllaby can simplify the process of producing impactful content. AI and the future of healthcare communication. AI is revolutionizing content creation in the healthcare space, enabling professionals to produce high-quality, targeted material quickly and efficiently. With tools like Syllaby, you can streamline workflows, create visually engaging content, and ensure your messaging resonates with your audience. I'm going to start with this part of the Syllaby, where really over the course of probably 6 months or so, I had one of my assistants actually help put together a series of videos converting content that I had been working on, part of the training protocol. Now, as a psychologist, basically I do a lot of supervision and training and presentations and so on. So, long story short, in an sister organization, one of my projects that I have created in the past couple of years, I have created a specialty training called Peers and Clinicians, collaborative training. Not going to get into, we don't have really time for me to explain what it is about and the philosophy, etc., what it comes from. But suffice to say that there is a specialty training that is useful for both clinicians as well as non-clinicians, to service providers that are active in the field of healthcare, for clients who are struggling with some kind of mental health or what we call behavioral health or / substance use disorder. So these types of providers, many times, they need specialty training, and I have put that specialty training together, and I'm going to quickly also share the curriculum that is behind this specialty training with you. So very, very quickly, I want to make sure that everybody sees my screen. Yeah. So, I guess, and Chow, let me know anytime that I'm kind of veering off track, and you can straight up that say, but no problem, you should be seeing the curriculum. So, this is, about a couple of years old. We decided, there was a problem, and we provided a solution for that, type of a problem, and we put more or less text-based, if you will, training. The protocol together. It has a table of contents, about 12 modules, and then it goes into those depth of the training where we cover core competencies of professionals and non-professionals alike, history of them, and really their roles and responsibilities. Whether they're a clinician that, for instance, engages in therapy and treatment, versus a support specialist that may help a person with case management and or resource, connection to resources. And we go even into very detailed, applicable real-world examples. When, for instance, people may have to face a certain ethical or legal decisions, such as, let's say, confidentiality. I'm going to just use that as a universal concept. Everybody is familiar with the concept of confidentiality. How do you safeguard confidentiality? How much are you allowed to, divulge? What if two people disagree about how, what the boundaries of confidentialities are? Or even the fact that many times we have value of experience itself, regardless of training, that may kind of clash with each other. Some people have degrees that, psychologists, MFTs, LMFTs, or therapists and whatnot, life coaches that have certifications, drug-out called abuse counselors that have certifications, versus other people who may be like recovery workers or helpers or support specialists who do not have certifications, but they have a lot of experience in the field. So we bring all that together and go into certain, applications. All this is a text-based curriculum, as you can see in front of you, with the schedule and so forth. But my idea was, hey, I want to turn that into a kind of a multimodal, multi-formatted type of a presentation where somebody can read the text if they have time or technology to do so if that is their preference, versus somebody who may want to just watch a video, instead of reading a text or even audio, just listen to it. Now, good news. Any video can be just listened to, just like a podcast, right? So it's kind of a multi-purpose. So we used, therefore, the Syllaby as the technology to convert all that text that I shared with you with using the avatars. So let me just quickly switch there. I gotta find out so many different windows open that I gotta make sure that I can find the right window. Hold on 1 second. I gotta just, there we go. So what I did, really, and again, thanks to staff work, I cannot, as one person, I cannot do everything. So I've had a lot of help with this. One of my interns actually put hundreds of videos together. So as you see, we used avatars, our own technology, different avatars, male, female voices, all in language, in English language, for now, but it's going to also be, my plan is to turn that into multiple languages that we already provide. And then, so long story short, we took that and used it in a platform called an LMS, or Learning Management System. So, an example of that, and for me, prior to going to LMS, what I wanted to share with you is how we actually created a kind of a synopsis, a summary of that, which is present on this landing page under Syllaby. So this is almost like an introductory short summary of what peers and clinician training is about. As you see, we have here, and again, Syllaby-generated avatar that talks about it. Let me just quickly press on that for you to see that. Peer support specialist, and can you go to Shire when fostering recovery and, well, yes, that fishy. Fixing mental health challenges. Their effectiveness hinges on a set of 17 core competencies. These competencies prioritize a recovery-oriented approach, emphasizing hope and empowerment for a meaningful life. They also So very quickly, I don't want to bore you guys with the whole content, but there are different topics that we cover, resources, so to say, Quinza's cultural competency, support groups, understanding perception and judgment, benefit of collaboration, building bridges, etc. These are like specialty topics, and again, if you clicked on any one of attention tackles about what would be the benefits if peers and clinicians collaborated together. Collaboration in healthcare, particularly in mental health, brings numerous benefits that enhance the quality of care. Very good. So very quickly, again, I just want to kind of touch the surface and really cover as much as I can and do it. Another aspect to what I mentioned to you was the LMS. So, in terms of delivery of the product to users, we are using something called Circle. And that is an LMS, and it also has its own almost like social media group or forum. And so the first thing that our users see go into this alliance, so to say, where they see myself and another of the co-founders putting together introductory messages, so almost like Facebook-like type of a forum. And once they're ready and, they have signed on to the training, so they just go through their course training. Now, I've kind of opened them up quickly so that we can jump into it right away. This is the section. For instance, the introduction, module 1. And this is what it looks like. Basically, we have a combination of real person introduction videos that we have created, as well as avatar-based videos. So, that's the, benefit of of an LMS, where you can bring the text and video and audio and quizzes, etc. together. So, this is how we put this together, and the video introductory message from the founders. Then some text again, introducing the table of contents and so forth. And this is where you see an actual use case of one of those 200-300 videos that we have created, where we take the content and just use that avatar to present this whole text. And here's a quick example. I'm going to run that. As Dr. G and Orlando have mentioned, in the journey towards creating a stigma-free world, collaboration between peer support specialists and clinicians is paramount. Recognizing the value of each other's contributions, understanding the nuances of different perspectives, and look through, that's one example. Then again, module by module, we have basically all kinds of different examples. So this is the second course, and then there is the third course, and so forth. And each one of them has a little bit of almost like similar kind of a format, where there's an introductory video and then the concept itself. Like this one again, we use this avatar with a different voice to compare another part of the person topic, and so forth and so on. So as you see, all these courses have been uploaded. So all those videos that are shared with you, they have been transferred and present in the LMS format. Now, before I kind of open the forum for other topics and or QAs, etc., and also wanna get Nicole involved here so she can share with you how she has been able to utilize Syllaby as well. I want to also share with you that we have created another example, another use case of healthcare. Is something called Dental Chat. That's another company. I may actually have, Zhao just gonna present that and go through it. Depending on the format and structure of the webinar. But so far, this is what we did with using Syllaby, converting content into an LMS, a training module. There are some other examples of my own social media as well that I can also share with you, or Zhao can share with you. But there are multiple use cases where we have used Syllaby to convert everything into video. So back to you, Zhao. Alright, thank you so much, Dr. G. So yeah, what Dr. G shared here as actually one way for you to utilize, Syllaby, not only for content creation for the public, but also you can monetize something like this in the future. Creating, modules that you can actually have paid per feature for those who would want that. There's some questions. Yes, so been with the videos at the avatars. All right. Dr. G, this is a question for you, but then again, I know this is for the LMS, but Waze could probably answer this as well. How has the reception been for the videos with the avatars? Do those that have been watched like those avatar videos as much as real people videos? Probably Waze can also have like statistics on that. Yeah, I can quickly share my aspect of it. It's been good. We actually did a pilot study with about 10 clinicians, interns, for them to kind of give it a shot and see what they like or dislike about it. And even though there's an initial little bit of surprise, possibly, if I want to call it, or maybe just a novelty, just kind of an unexpectedness to overcome. But overall, after watching a few of those, because they're quite professional, as we just listen to some of them, people get over that shock, so to say, or surprise or novelty, and then they just are able to actually pay attention to the content. Inky Dr. G, I always want to add to that. But yeah, sure. So, I've seen different cases that, but with the help of the avatar, people are creating more engaging content, and not just about their, educational purpose, but they also creating the content that's, about their businesses, if they have EDU. So what they're doing is basically people are building a personal brand around these avatars, because the whole purpose of this tech is to, make you free from the hassle of getting you from the camera, getting your hair set, and, all deal with that. You're just, reading a script and, lights, camera action and everything. So having this tech basically gives you the liberty and power that you can generate the analyst content for your business and your services. That even, like FAQs for, talking about one particular service, or really, weeding out a use things for your users. So yeah, this been pretty successful, and a lot of all players in the market there. This tech is a little bit day by day. So yeah, I second this one, that immediate view, we want to utilize this one for your business, for your, services that you're offering and want to build a case study out of it. Yeah, that's not the best. That's the best solution to bets. Yes, think here ways. And in addition to that, of course, we do have a set of avatars that you could choose from, but you can definitely upload your own avatar if you wish to. So the main idea is you don't really need to be in front of the camera over and over and over again. That's where Syllaby helps you. So if you want to create content, either for marketing purposes, content creation purposes using an avatar, or for module purposes, or for material and resources purposes, you can use the same avatar that you have, your own avatar, and then just upload it, use it, put the script, and voila, you have already the video ready for you. You don't really need to be in front of the camera every single time you need to create a video. So that's the biggest thing about Syllaby in terms of how we help, especially professionals who don't really have the time to always create the video, because creating a video from scratch doesn't only take a few seconds or minutes, especially if you have to correct yourself over and over again. So moving forward, there's one, question here, Dr. G. My main concern with AI for healthcare is IPAA or HIPAA. What can you tell us about that? Dr. G, I'm sorry, I think you're on mute. Yeah, thanks. Sorry about that. So, yeah, for sure. HIPAA is huge, right? So, be certain, and there's so many layers to it, so many aspects to it. I personally have, emphasized, ethical practices of AI in healthcare across the board, whether it's at Syllaby or the other couple of organizations that basically, founded or somebody involved in. And, so it really depends what aspect you're talking about. So HIPAA generally really, I think the gist of it really applies to patient information, right? So basically personal health information. And, that is certainly something that has to be safeguarded, and communication around it is extremely important. Whether, for instance, to divulge information with their patient/client permission, consent, and or not, those are the key aspects of the act, and also the regulations and methodologies that are in place, such as they've been, let's say, doing telehealth care, for instance, or video conferencing around them providing therapy services, sharing information between treatment providers, between organizations, between other third parties that may need to have access to that information. But so therefore the application of AI matters, right? So to give you an example, just today I was looking at a software that listens to the conversation between a patient and a therapist, and records all the conversation, uses AI to come up with diagnosis, treatment plan, summary, notation, documentation, and so forth. And there are a bunch of apps that they're doing that nowadays. So that's a use case. that's an example of AI within healthcare, right? You need consent from the patients to actually record their voices. That's an example of that, delineation of the ethical practices and safeguards. And on top of that, then, what else is the Institute is going to do with that type of recording? Is it limited to certain, kind of a consolidation of information? Is it going to be stored? How is it going to be shared with others? In what capacity, form, and shape? Now that's just one use case. Another one that comes to mind is, for especially as some of you have indicated in the chat, if you are a coach, if you are a medical practitioner, if you are a cancer researcher advocate, if you are a pharmacist and you want to engage any type of educational information, I think as long as you are not divulging protected health information, then you're not violating any of those rules, regulations, and so forth. And certainly, however, then I would also take it a little bit further beyond HIPAA, the ethical standards of using the AI, right? So what comes up again in that type of a use case of providing training and education, somewhat based on the support from AI technology, whether it is using the AI to create the video or maybe using AI to come up with a curriculum, using the AI to, accelerate certain workflows or processes or whatever it may be. Then the question here in terms of that ethical practice is, are you, any one of you, practicing or creating content within the scope of your expertise and competence? Again, that is something that we certainly would recommend and suggest, and that is exactly what I do. For instance, I don't talk about medication, right? I'm a clinical psychologist in my private, personal social media. I don't talk about medication. And now I may talk about it. If I'm going to talk about it, it's just going to be talking about it, meaning more of an educational, general information that anyone could get from the internet and from Google and so forth, rather than making recommendations, suggestions, and encouraging people to take medication or not to take medication. Those are the very nuanced, let's say, are boundaries that I personally hold myself accountable to. Also, let's say I don't talk about, I don't know, for instance, MRI, right? That is more of a medical, magnetic resonance imaging that is basically medical, and it has to do with physics, has to do with medical devices, technology, as well as, let's say, diagnosis of medical conditions. I never allow myself to do so, right? Because again, that's not part of my scope of competence and practice. What I do allow myself to do so, and you see that in the videos, for instance, that I was putting up, is on my social media, I tend to talk about relationships, about effective communication, about healthy interaction between people, setting priorities for, a more type of functional, connection. I talk about attachment styles. I talk about, basically, let's say, coping styles about stress or, difficulties in, especially mostly relationships. Now, in my trainings, I do a lot of training for students. Right, so let's go to the dashboard. So this is exactly what we were talking about, but, Syllaby is the pre-save forward, and it's the, full journey, from the idea discovery to the craft videos and share the bots. Now, I'm quickly want to show you guys that what idea discovery is. If you are a mental health professional, and if you wanted to know about, what's going on in the, mental health on Google, what's on the Google trend, YouTube, Instagram, X, Pinterest, Bing, TikTok. All you need to do is to just type in here. And, based on that, like, for example, this is healthcare channel. I just want to show it to you. That's how it works. And based on that, you can really find out the trendy information that was going on with your boss at the mental health and, Valentine's, or, it gives it kind of the idea that what people are searching online. And it's not just giving you the topic, but also the search volume. The trend line, cost per clicks of that, it gives you really handy information that helps you to figure out and decide what type of content that you should be creating. So, for example, I'm just, taking this one as an example that, how healthcare is changing, right? So let's just pick this one, and I have option, like, I can either create our video, or I can create a Facebook figure. And again, avatar video, it's completely customizable. We do have AI avatar, but we do have this option, as you can see, real clone yourself. You can literally create your own clone, and you can literally talk about any topic, kind of building the personal brand around your product, or, maybe creating the content. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go to the Facebook video. And, boom. Now, on this screen, I have different genres. And, what I can do is I can, pick up any of the genres here. And I can create a video. I will generate all the images. And I can do some of the stuff around here, like, position the subtitle, the color of the subtitle, how the subtitle animation and stuff look like, some background music. If you are into creating some ASMR video, or a video that you really want to do that to, listen to it and be relaxed. So, you can use your customized, background music as well, which is, like, perfect use case that you can do. And then image transition, that how you want your images to be, transit, and sound effect, and all that. So, let's just go ahead. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go do hyperrealism. And I'm going to go ahead and generate the script. While that's with you, we're going to get into the process. I'm going to show you guys that we have this video world as well. Now, what you can do is, you can have different videos that you can, write a script, and you can take any media out of it. So if them are the ASMR video, like 12 feet, boring, and, 6 scenes, then these videos are like creating things, So, with the team, that you want to share some, but the solder, you want to talk about something, and you want to talk about some individual stuff. And, I'm describing, explaining some of the, helpless, topic related with the minutes called. You can use these stuff to get with that, like perfect example for the ASMR videos. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is, instead of go back, and I'm going to select the realism. And as you can see in my script, a Steam did read it. I have different options to select the length. Now, on Syllaby, you can create short videos, and then you can create long form videos as well. So that's your choice. That you want to go in 1 to 3 minutes. Either vertical or long form, then 3 to 5 minutes, and 5 to 10 minutes. So that's the, one individual video that you could do. So let's just go ahead and do a less than 1 minute video, and I'm going to go ahead and the generate video edit. And now, not just, as you did this, AI will start suggesting you some interesting topics that are, again, the rise up a lot in medicine. Well, that's actually a really hot topic existing with we extend. Other, countries where you want to up the digitalization in the mental health court with toilet readiness. So yeah, these type of things, I'm really skyrocketing these days. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard. One latest feature that we've just rolled out, both Scheduler. It basically allows you to create, a bold month, of content with, a couple of links. And if you're a professional, healthcare, run a agency where, feel by a spot agency, content for different agencies, this feature is for you guys. You can just, all you need to do is select a topic. War stories, spooky legends, Bible stories, or you can come up with your own topic, For example, if you want to, then so, health, this, or maybe, how to improve mental health and early footings, right? So this gonna be one topic, and I can take all my social media accounts and have only different. So that's, what the magic of, true magic of Syllaby is that we make this, content distribution so seamless for you guys that you don't really have to worry about that when and how you're going to publish that video. All you're going to do is just, so that's my like one clip, that's my second clip, and then I'm going to just decide that, you know, for how long I want that schedule to be run, and how many videos of that post per day. And so I'll still pick like 2, and I'm going to hit that. So I'm getting one to the next screen face list, and I'm going to, you don't see this topic, I'm going to go ahead, generate the script. Then, again, I can pick up any topic, image style I want, or I can pick up any video if I want to for my videos. So yeah, that's again like the little overview that how you're making this bulging working was easy for you guys. Pick up the content, any issue. Any questions, Daryl, that we can take forward? So far, none, but while you're self-presenting, we would just like to request probably, to reposition your microphone because, you're cutting in and out once in a while. Carl, yes, listen yet. Thank you very much. But so far, no questions. I just want to add up to what, before you continue, to what the Oasis is presenting. So, as you can see, for our new attendees here, Oasis showcased to you first the idea discovery. So, plainly, if you are struggling with finding topics that you'd want to share or you'd want to use, especially in the healthcare industry, even in your own specific niche, you can always make use of our discovery idea. You can actually also use the bulk scheduler, and it can give you a whole load of ideas from there. That's our newest, which is what he's showing with you right now. And, you wouldn't have to worry about whether it's a trending topic or not, simply because every detail or statistics that are taken are from the specific platforms as well. As you can see also in their idea discovery, you can get from Meow, from Google, from YouTube. So it depends on where you want those statistics would be coming from. So basically, this 5-in-1 tool helps you create the idea with just a snap of your fingers, and without worrying if these are really viral videos or not, or viral content or not, with our discovery ideas. Okay, moving forward a ways, please continue. Sure, thanks, Al. And, another powerful tool that we have with Syllaby is the, content calendar. So this makes the whole journey more simpler for you guys. So, anything that you can schedule, it's going to be on the calendar, so you don't really have to, track or mutate multiple calendars. It can, literally, you can see all the post, videos that you have scheduled so far for each which you've shown, it's going to be on the calendar. Click on it, you can see all the details. And not just that, if you just want to, change the video or date and time, you can simply play it by dragging it, drop. So that's how we make this, all journey seamless and easy for you guys. Hey, you can also keep a track what's going on, and it also shows you if, all the videos are published. So we also show you guys whatever videos have been published so far. It could show you some of the details, like how many views have gone for this particular video, how many views for this one, how many total likes, and comments. So based on that, you will be able to start getting all the stats, like could be high-level stats, based on whatever views you're posting. And based on that, you should be able to see all the details here within the setup above. And apart from that, we have, like I was mentioning that, the real tone, which is, one of the questions you've got, that how this thing is performing. So yeah, and the real component set up by, you can do a real tone, which is to be able to hard. That wouldn't require a very detailed, a very high level, high resolution recording, and you can also, to click that real, you might know it's hard, which most of the users I'm using right now, they're creating countless videos. So it's just like a one-time cost that you have to pay. But with that, by using that avatar, you will be able to create multiple videos. Let me just show you how you can leverage this feature. So this is the avatar video process I'm just getting into play. Now, custom script. And I'm getting that hit continue. And this is the list. So if you're going to create one of the custom avatar with us for yourself, that's split all of you. And so this is the whole list that I can choose, right? And I can pick any of these and that and move forward. And then I can select the voice. Like this is, all the clone voice that I have. So if you wanted to, get yourself cloned, and you can also get your voice cloned. And you can literally create this full personalized content for your agency or for your business. So you people will be able to answer your voice. They will be able to seek you out as you're explaining what your service is, your business. So that way you don't really have to spend any time on the camera, yet you will be creating content every day to be posted on your social media handles. So yeah, that's like a big high there, but I mean, I could be like going too much for it too, but I know it's already like 9 minutes over. And just want to make sure that we quickly covered everything and show you guys like below that how everything is work. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much, Louise. Okay, we just have 2 questions here. I've actually answered the other one, but they also have